All right, guys, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this video. We finally have pre-orders available for our Ultra 310 2022 Plus Fuel Pump Mod Kit. We're gonna go over the installation of the kit, the disassembly of the stock fuel pump, how to retrofit the kit on there. There's no permanent modifications whatsoever. And we're gonna show how to install it in a tank outside of the machine. We are not going to show you how to remove the pump in this video. It's very time consuming and quite a pain in the ass, but we will show that video later on. But we want to get this fuel pump mod kit out to you guys. It fits the Ultra 310 2022 Plus. It'll fit all STX 160s and the 2023 Plus Ultra 160 LXs. So anything with a plastic fuel pump besides the SXR, all those fuel pump problems will cease to exist with this mod kit. Stay tuned, guys. Here is our Ultra 310 fuel pump assembly. And we are gonna show you how to disassemble this to install our mod kit. The first thing you wanna do is remove the float so it does not get damaged. So here, push up. If it does not push up easily, you gotta push in the little tangs here. There's a little spot here and here. You can push those in. Okay, we're gonna remove this. Let's put this float aside in a safe place. Next, we're gonna take this boot off here, and there's two tangs on it. There's one right here, and there's one inside here. So we're gonna use a screwdriver lightly to pop the first one. Oh, this tang right here, so you can see it there. We're gonna use some pliers to pop that tang first. I'm just gonna squeeze it in and then push. And very carefully so you don't break the plastic. There we go. Okay, that one's out. Now there's one in this little hole here, and we're gonna use a screwdriver. Let's see here. Put it against the far wall. It's gonna be impossible for you guys to see this, but okay, good. And the bag came off as well. So here's the bag. Most of you guys are very familiar with this. Always gets clogged, and Kawasaki recommends replacing this regularly, which is absurd because this is in the depths of hell and it's very difficult to get to. So that's why we have this kit here. So this comes off to the side. Now we're gonna remove this bottom cartridge here, and we're gonna use a flathead screwdriver. Pop the tab up, okay. Tab, 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 okay. We're gonna push the fuel pump out. Okay, that goes aside. Fuel pump, this little piece comes off here. And there's two O-rings, so we're gonna put that aside. Fuel pump, you can see how small this fuel pump is. Actually, I'll leave it over here so we can take a look at why we're actually replacing this and what size fuel pump we're replacing it with. All right, so we got this little O-ring that we just took out. There's another one right in here. Take that out, make sure you don't lose it. Keep track of everything. Now, your harness is in this little clip here. So just kind of pull it out like that. Be careful. Okay, that goes aside. Okay, so here is your base fuel pump assembly that we're gonna be using for the mod kit. Like I said, no permanent modifications. So if you wanna revert this back to stock, no problemo. There are two O-rings here, fuel pump here. I'm gonna show you what's in the kit right now. All right, fuel pump, O-rings here. All right, so first I'm gonna show you the tiny little fuel pump that they put in the 310 versus the fuel pump that we're going to be putting in. Look at the size difference. This is what's used on all the older 310s, all the older models. They are the best fuel pumps Kawasaki has used to date. So we're gonna put this guy back in where it belongs. And this is going in the garbage. Okay, so here's your fuel pump. Comes with a metal zip tie, a new harness. It comes with a shim, an aluminum adapter. Most crucial part is your adapter boot. 8 O-rings. Oops. 1 large O-ring. 4 of these aluminum clips and 4 screws. And it's going to come with 6 new longer screws here, stainless steel. The only thing that I don't have here that I'm missing is the fuel bag. So depending on what you guys want to do, will determine the fuel bag you're going to choose. If you do not want to run an external fuel filter, then you want to choose the fine mesh bag. If you want to run an external fuel filter to the injectors, or in between the injectors and the fuel pump, then buy the coarse bag, get the external fuel filter, and you can put that in line in between the injectors, and you could actually change that filter outside of the fuel pump, so you never have to go in the tank again. So whichever way you want to do it will be fine. Kawasaki uses a moderately coarse filter from the factory in the older models, so I would say if you want to go with the fine bag, it'll last you quite a long time without having to take it out again. Your fuel is relatively clean these days, so up to you, but that's what we recommend. All right, so to install this new setup, oops, that made a mess. So to install this new setup, we have our fuel pump here, and we have our 8 O-rings. The first thing you want to do is put all these O-rings right here on the snout. I'm going to do that right here. I guess snout, tube, whatever you want to call it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go, right there, all on. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of oil here, a little bit of motor oil, whatever you want, and I'm gonna put a coating on these O-rings, just like that. Okay, take your adapter, and you're gonna work your adapter over the O-rings. Don't use a lot of force, but you're gonna work it down just like that, okay? And it's gonna be facing the electrical connector just like that. Next, take your electrical harness, plug it in just like that, okay? Now, this is our adapter piece. We're gonna put the fuel pump in here, but you wanna make sure that's not lined up properly. You wanna make sure it's lined up just like that in the bottom. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. So be very careful, guys. Okay. O-ring from before. I'm gonna put a little oil on this one as well, just to make life a little easier. Okay, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like here. Okay, you're gonna install it just like that. Push it together. Okay. All right, now it's a little tricky to do one hand, well, with one person. I mean, you could do it, but use a friend if you need. So we have these metal clips here. They're gonna go on the tangs, just like this. Let's drive over here. They're gonna go on the tangs, just like that. And here's one of the screws. I'm just gonna loosely put this on because we're gonna make an adjustment at the end. Okay, there's one. Let's go to this guy across over here. Okay, there's 2. Here's 3. Oopsie. Sorry guys if you can't see. Oops, just popped off. There we go, just like that. Very loose for right now. And the last one here, some of them you might have to bend a little bit. See I put a little bend in there. Sometimes you might need a little bend in it, depends on how this lines up, but let's see. Try that one. Oopsie. Okay, good. All right, now to tighten them. You want to make sure this is straight. Let's do one at a time. So this one right here, I'm using my thumb to push down. Okay, tight. Next, this one. Okay, good. Now this one. Okay, good. And now the final one here. All right, good. This one. Yeah, this one could be tightened a little bit more, so let's. There we go. Good. This one I'm gonna get a little bit more too. Just a smidge. Okay, good. Okay, that's solid. Okay. Now before I put the strap on there, we're gonna hook up the electrical connector. So the electrical connector only goes in one way, you can't mess it up. Okay, clipped in. Okay, just like that. Now we're gonna take our float, put it back in like that. Perfect, it's in. Okay. Now we're gonna install our metal strap. So let's put it under here. And this is just used to hold the tangs on, like these aluminum pieces here. Not that it's gonna come off, but all right, so we're gonna put that through like that. All right, and you push on it, make sure it's not gonna loosen. Okay. So let's center this pretty well here. Okay, good. Centered pretty well. Come on. Now I'm gonna pull. Pull, and I'm gonna wrap this backwards like this. And we're just gonna feed it through and wrap it around like that. That's it. And that's nice and tight. And the final thing that you guys need to do, whatever bag you choose, goes on the bottom. Let me see if I have, here's the old one here. So whatever you choose, don't reuse the old one. Use one of the bags we supply and install it like that. So it's pretty straightforward, simple install. Now we're gonna show you how to install it on the tank. Here's the fuel pump, and we're gonna show you how to get it in. So you took an old O-ring off. You're gonna put that back on just like that, okay? We have our spacer plate, and there's a, let me pop that off here. There's a offset hole here that's gonna go on the little nub. It's on the tank right there, okay? Take the new O-ring. Let's watch the little tang, on the, not the tang, the zip tie, the middle zip tie gets caught up. All right, so let's feed this guy in. Okay, good. Watch the wire harness. Okay, now we got the offset hole. Oh, here it is. I passed it. Make sure that harness stays in the tank. Okay, offset hole is on. Here's your plate that goes over the fuel pump. So there's a little notch on the fuel pump here. That's going to line up with this pin here. So let's go over here like that. Good, perfect. Perfect. Now we have these long screws. Add the washer. We're gonna make them just snug. You don't want to tighten them too much. Okay, that's it. Fuel pump mod kit is installed in the tank. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out pre-orders available right now. These will be available probably mid next week if I had to guess. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be super happy about this. It's gonna cure a lot of problems, especially for guys who are running extra boost and guys who go on long trips. This is really gonna be a game changer for all you guys. So hope you guys enjoy. Catch you later.